Years ago, Mr. Ratner proposed an Atlantic Center complex. I was out there, I marched, I protested, but one of the things that shaped my experience was this. When we developed the alternative proposal, we got into the game too late. As a result of that, we didn't have the leverage, if you will, to negotiate out a better deal for the larger community.
Now, everything about Mr. Ratner's history with Metrotech, this is a fixed poker game. If you go into a fixed game thinking that you're going to make money, you're incredibly naive. It feels like people just negotiating from despair, saying things are terrible for us now. This guy's telling us something, which we all know is probably a lie, but it's the nicest thing we've heard in a long time. And none of our leaders are saying anything about it.
What are the clergy and you getting from being at the table so far? Let us know. This community wants to know.
The first thing that the clergy presented was that we wanted to meet. That was the first thing. The second thing was basically, would you be prepared to read the community benefit agreement and give us your response? The third thing was that, are you prepared to support a community benefit agreement?
I'd have to echo some of what Chris had to say earlier about the need for all of the groups to come together. And since that's not happening, and since everybody seems to think it should, the question is, why isn't it happening? And what is this community benefit agreement, if not a tool to divide the community? The community benefit agreement was introduced by the developer. And the reason that all the community groups are not involved in the discussions around this are because it's not to the developer's advantage to get the community united. It's to the developer's advantage to get the community as divided as possible. And that makes it possible to get the project done.
So why don't we just stop the current process, which isn't democratic, until one is put in place that is?
They are also using the democratic process for their own interests. And so they got a democratically elected governor, a democratically elected mayor, and a democratically elected borough president to try to push this thing through.